want to share a story of my personal life. Actually, I believe we are very, very similar to the plants. Look at these tiny plants. They are easily can movable from a soil to another soil. But when we got a big tree, when we got 40 years old, is it so simple? I don't believe. Look at the roots. The roots are bigger than the body of the trees. So moving those trees need to cut a lot of roots to take from a soil to another soil, a land to another land. Even it's not so simple like this to move a tree. I had to travel more than 10,000 kilometers from back home to here. And only I could carry was 2 suitcases of 23 kilograms, not more. So I have to leave a lot of things in the back home who were not carrying the suitcases, like my family, the weather, the cultural elements, eating out with my friends, my job, my social activities, a lot of things like my CD, my renovated condo, my childhood community. I had to drive only 3 hours to get to the biggest lake of the world, Caspian Sea, which is very enjoyable surfing time there. I couldn't take all of them inside my suitcase. I looked like a baby when I came to Canada in age of 40. I had to have new language. I had to have employment. I needed housing. I needed access to my local services, transportation issues, cultural differences, and raising my lovely girl. So, what I selected, based on the advice of my friends, I got started with a successful mentorship. My mentor was my parents here. My mentor told me how to grow up in the new country. He told me you need the first root to absorb some water from the soil and feed yourself to grow up again. I had a lot of training. I had to work beside the training. I got my National Construction Safety Officer designation at the first year. Then I get to university, I get to CRTP course, which was Corporate Readiness Training Program. That was like my daycare. Actually, I learned how to speak, how to write the resume, how to interview, and how to do my roots extending on the new soil. So I needed a lot of networking. That networking was like my school. I found a lot of friends there, a lot of networkings there. They guided me to how to get the new roots. My biggest root, what happened, but I needed small roots to involve to the social, involve to the new city. And I had a lot of practices to do those resume writing, interview, and whatever. And then I had a target to get my first job. The first job was the first root of me. It started turning treats to opportunities for me. And how I changed the red to green with my first job. I invited my family with my income. They just came to me. I had a family here now. I got used to weather, so I changed the weather of red to green. I found new friends in my job. I find the next job based on the experience of my first job. I had second language. It was a treat, changed to an opportunity for me. And I found local social activities like this club. I found a lovely condo for myself after finding the new job. So I also find the childhood community of my girl as a community. It's look like my community now. And then I found beautiful Alberta instead of my Caspian Sea, which was really good substitution for me. But for the mom cousin, I had to learn some cooking because it was not movable. Then, this is my message of today, a poem from the Hafiz, which is the greatest poets in the Iran. It says that if these turning epochs do not move with your will today, do not grieve. The spheres of time are not constant. Do not grieve. Don't lose hope, for awareness cannot perceive the unseen behind the curtains. Hidden sense play, do not grieve. Thank you.